right, I have just got the Echo T-Lock 2.0 bag for Christmas. I'm about to swap over from my super old bag that honestly the zippers are like falling apart on. You can see here, I mean, it doesn't even like stay closed anymore. Long overdue. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you kind of some of the features, but also how it works. One thing you'll notice right away, this bag is much taller, but that is because of how the clubs fit. So you'll notice on this bag, right, the clubs, especially the taller ones like the 3-wood, come up above the surface here and they kind of just bounce around. On this one, what's gonna happen is they go in and it holds them all the way down. And so even though the bag itself is a good 6, 7, 8 inches taller, the clubs are gonna be at the same height. And it's just that the bag is holding them closer to the neck. And the whole point of it is that it holds them in place. So you can see how this little collar here, it holds them in place so that they don't bounce around. So you don't even need head covers on these. And instead of doing all this, they're gonna be held firmly in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap the bag and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It gives you a little diagram for where your clubs need to go. And the reason it's taller on this side than this is because this is for your shorter clubs, all the way down to like your gap wedge or whatever. And this is for your longer ones that aren't your main wood. So this would be, so you start here from like a gap wedge, you go all the way around up to your 3-iron or your 3 hybrid. And then you've got your woods, 3-wood, 5-wood, 7-wood, whatever you got, driver, putter. So this gives you the exact configurations of it. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you swap. First things first, you do not need your head covers because this holds it in place. So I've got the AI Smoke Paradigm from Callaway. I'm gonna put it in the driver's slot. It holds it right here on the collar, holds it firmly in place, so I no longer need that head cover, which is nice. So I'm gonna just go from the top down. Now I don't play 2 woods, I play just a 3-wood. So I'm gonna put that here, and then I'm gonna start with my 3 hybrid. This is a 3 hybrid, and work my way down. Also, in case you're wondering, I have the Arcos sensors on the bottom of my club, so you can see those here. They add maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of depth to the height of the club, and you'll see that this bag accommodates it just fine. So I've got this on every single club, including my putter, and you'll see that it doesn't interfere in any way. So there you go. So that's got everything fully in place. Last piece is the putter. Putter goes here, goes all the way down, and there you have it. So you can see, even though this bag is 8 inches or so taller, when I put this club in, it's at the same height. The clubs are at the same height. So don't think that just because the bag's taller, all of a sudden everything's taller. It's just holding the clubs up here instead of down there. And so the bag is taller, but the clubs themselves are gonna be at the same height relative to the ground or relative to the floor of your golf cart. All right, so here it is. So you can see, like I said, with these, there's just the slot. And so that kind of grabs right here on the neck. That kind of grabs right here on the neck and holds them in place so that they're not bouncing around. When you get up here to like your 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it may be, you'll notice that they have 2. And so they have 2, so you can either slot it down, or if you're playing a really fat hybrid or something that doesn't have it, you can pinch it right here in the collar like that and hold it that way. So what I've done is on my actual irons, even though these are hybrids, I'm grabbing it by the actual blade here, and then on the true hybrid that I've got here, I'm pinching it in the collar, and then I have replaced my I have changed my 3 to put it here instead of starting here, just because I don't play two woods. The other thing I'll say, these are free to rotate, so they're held in place where they're not going to go left and right, but you can spin them. And so if you find that like you're always doing this, all you do is you just spin it, spin it, spin it, and so you can spin it inward so that now you've got free access to go that way. So when you get the bag together, the main thing you're gonna notice is you're not gonna have this sound. You know that clicking sound that a bag of golf clubs always has? Because this one holds them in place, it doesn't have it. And so they're not rattling and hitting each other, which is gonna help, you know, preserve the quality of your clubs over time. So now I'm gonna show some of the other features. There are a ton of pockets and other things here, so I'm gonna go side by side. On both sides here, you've got this little glove holder. And so it's got the Velcro spot, and so you can just stick it like that, which is really nice. Up front, you've got this pocket, which is really deep, which is good. And it's perfect to me for putting rangefinder here. So you've got that at quick access. So I'm gonna put my rangefinder there. Down below, you've got a bunch more pockets. Here's another one that's kind of a mid-size. You could put your rangefinder in here or a couple balls or whatever you want. Then there's this sort of little in-between pocket. And this actually goes in between this section and in between the main pocket down low. So it's like a skinny little thing. It's about maybe 5 inches deep. You could put teas or whatever you want in here. All right, this cooler here with the little ice logo is actually an insulated cooler pocket. So you can load this up with ice, waters, beer, you know, whatever you want. It's got pretty good capacity. I haven't seen yet how many cans it could hold, but I'm guessing you could fit at least 6 in there. I don't know how much ice you could get with it, but it seems to have pretty good capacity. So let's go ahead and go around. The other thing I'll show is these handles are really nice. This is a rigid handle, so you can pick up the whole bag. It's not a fabric handle, it's a rigid molded in. And then you also have these here on both sides. So on both sides, you've got this sort of like, I don't really know what to call it, but it's sort of like a scallop handle. So you can pick it up on both sides when you go to put it on your bag, which is just kind of a really nice touch. But let's look at the other pockets that we got here. So you got a full length pocket on the side, and this is actually the rain cover. So the rain cover, of course, snaps in place here. I'll show you what that looks like in a little while, but that is the rain cover. And then you also, so you got your full length pocket all the way up, top, bottom. So that's good if you want to do, you know, like I'll show you here. If you want to take like maybe a box of balls, right? So if you take a box, slide that all the way in, fits no issue, plenty of room. You've got the other pocket here, which is another almost full length. And then you've got this dry pocket, which is a much smaller pocket, but it's like perfectly similar. It's got like felt almost type lining on the inside, which is really nice. But you know, if you're raining or you're stuck in rain or whatever, and you've got a wallet or phone or something that you want to keep in, this is sealed. You can see how tightly that zipper goes there. It's sealed off from the elements entirely. So that's a really nice little pocket there. So you've got that on both sides. Here's a nice umbrella strap. And then you also have these adjustable straps on both sides. Now, the way that if this is a cart bag, and the way that the cart path goes around this is pretty interesting. So it goes through here. So you would put the cart through, right? So you'd loop it up in the cart, and then you take the bag through here, right? And so it goes through. It comes out, you can see where it says cart strap. So it stays tightly to the bag and it doesn't block any of your pockets. Then it actually goes under here, wrap it through, cart strap again. And so the thing I love about this is if you just had to strap it across the top, you'd be blocking access to this, you'd be blocking access to this. But because it stays there and the pockets themselves are actually on the other side of this, it's a really nice touch and it doesn't get in the way. And then the way that this works too is just a really cool, you know, kind of lift it up for easy strapping, pull it down, and it's good to go. That kind of gives you a good idea of the size of this front pocket too. On the other side, you've got the exact same, so it duplicates itself in terms of kind of the dry pocket and the full length pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all my stuff in there, and then I'll put actually this rain cover on too, and I'll show you what it looks like. So here we go. I got the full bag set up with the rain cover on. I've got all my stuff in it. So what I did was I got the golf towel on one side hanging off of the golf glove loop, and then I've got my brush on the other, also hanging off the golf glove holder. On both sides, I use this for my rain gear. So on this full length pocket, I've got my rain pants and top up here. I didn't even end up using these pockets yet. On the other side, I have got my extra balls. So I've got a box of balls in here. In this pocket, I've got some gloves, an additional glove. I've got some sunscreen. I've got some additional things here. The dry pocket, I don't have anything yet, but I'm gonna put, you know, wedding ring and keys and electronics and stuff like that I'm not using in there. What I ended up doing was I put my tees in this one so I could just grab them easy, quick and easy. I put the loose balls that I have that are already out of sleeves down in this sort of middle pocket, right? So I can easily grab them when they're out. And then of course here, I can't wait to fill that up with some drinks when I get on the course. But I mean, so far I am just absolutely thrilled with this. I am very, very excited to get it out on the course and to be able to use it. I love the look of it. I think it's a really sharp looking bag. I love that my clubs aren't rattling around. You can put the head covers on. So like I'll probably put the head cover back on my 3 here. You just make sure to not, go over the edge of the where they're holding on to the club. But like I said, I could not be happier with this bag. I am super excited to get it fully loaded up. It's not that heavy of a bag. It's definitely a cart bag. Don't mistake me for thinking this is one you want to throw over your shoulder for long, because it is a big, bulky bag, but it's pretty lightweight. And so basically it's the weight of your clubs and a couple extra pounds, and that's it. So, I mean, I am super excited about this. I cannot wait. I'll show you how easy, it kind of is to manage, right? Not a big deal. Super excited to get this on the course, and I wish it would take some strokes off my game. It probably can't help me with that, but at least I'm gonna look good and feel good while I'm playing next. So highly recommend you check out this bag. I love everything about it.